Stay savage, your boy Cino Ventura was popping. Today we are back with another video. Surprisingly enough, I know you guys are probably like, "Dang, this dude is like on this like every day now." Nah, not really. I've been like trying to catch it in between work. I just went actually hired up, so like they have to process in the morning before my job. You have to go pick your job from a job board. It's kind of like an odd jobs board, but it's not necessarily odd jobs. These are like real jobs. Like these are jobs that help society work. We do imports and exports. It's kind of like a workers guild on some shit, but it's not necessarily that because it's a union. Long story short, I'm a contractor and I do work early in the morning, so I've been dropping videos in between that and when I get off at 6, or sometimes when I have a little break in between. But with that being said, today we have 5 real reasons why Kawaki's new karma is bad. So if you're new to the channel, and I always give my personal thoughts and personal opinions on different topics. If you want to give your personal thoughts and personal opinions, leave those in the comment section below. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, just pay attention. You're gonna catch on quickly. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been a while since I did stuff like this, but if you didn't see, I did 5 real reasons why Boruto had to die. You can go check that out. I like this series. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about different topics and we could talk about our reasonings why we think things took place, you know what I'm saying, in the series. So like I said, make sure you get out a like. If you guys have your own personal thoughts and personal opinions, drop that. And with that being said, finally, let's get into today's video. Let's get it. First of all, let's talk about the first reasoning. Like, this is probably gonna be the base of this, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be our stopping point when we always gotta look back at why this man had to get a karma seal again, or why it's kind of bad. Because if you look at the beginning of Boruto, they foreshadow some very unfortunate events, some very tragic events, some very dark events. We always focus on that point because like we haven't seen it yet, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of things that have been taking place in the Naruto / Boruto universe have been kind of hitting close to home, you know what I'm saying? It was just like on the cusp of hitting home, if that makes sense. It's like, Ishiki just invaded the village. Delta just started invading the village. Before that, everything else was kind of taking place outside the village. If you look at what's taking place in the anime right now, a lot of stuff is happening outside the village in different villages, right? So now we have Kawaki, who's inside the village, and he's about to have too much power. That's just straight up the first reasoning. He's gonna have too much power. Like, Kawaki was already a character who was developed with too much power because he had Ishiki as like his host for the vessel and shit. It's like now he has his own karma, which is just raw power. But there's some tricky points behind it. So I'm gonna continue with the reasonings why it's bad, and I think they're gonna go hand in hand with this reasoning. But I think this is a pretty solid reason why his karma is bad, because the fact that he's gonna have too much power out the gate shows that he's gonna just destroy everything he touches, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of gave them a power scaling. It kind of put him on level with Naruto when they took Karma Seal away, when Naruto, lost Kurama and stuff. But now they gave it back to him, so they just changed that gap, you feel me? First of all, well, not really first, but second, the villagers were already scared of Kawaki, right? So now they're about to be completely terrified, because you got to think about what's happening. These things are taking place on the doorstep of Konoha. This is happening in the forest to the side of the gate. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like this is somewhere far off, This is not like they're in another dimension. All these events have been taking place. So now they see Kawaki has this karma seal again, but it's like in question. There's a lot of issues behind it. There's a lot of mystery behind it because we don't know what this karma seal is completely. We don't know the good part or the bad part about it. We don't know the pros and cons to it. We don't know if there's benefits or don'ts, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think about this. Like, what if this karma seal comes with a whole lot of cons instead of pros? Or what if Ishiki can somehow worm his way back into Kawaki's consciousness, kind of like on some Kingdom Hearts shit, how Xemnas wormed his way back into Riku and everybody's fucking hearts. Like, this would be like on a whole nother narrative, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, what is Amaldo doing? Or is Amaldo implanting himself? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is Amaldo really doing when he gave Kawaki this karma? Like, it's a real question mark. It puts us in a real dark place in Boruto, and it leaves us in a lot of unknowns. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about that because it was just like, wow. And then on top of the villagers being afraid of that, it's just like, damn, it's just like, wow, this man Amaldo is in the village, and then he's doing this in the village, plus Kawaki's in the village. It's gonna just go crazy, right? Like, there's no way this is gonna be a good thing, because it's like all these guinea pig experiments eventually gonna blow up in Amaldo's face. Eventually, like, something is gonna happen, like where Amaldo is gonna have to stop doing what he's doing, or he's gonna be confronted by one of the others. Because, like I said early on in this video, there's gonna be too much power. There's the raw power is gonna scare the villagers alone, because now everybody's gonna be like, is Kawaki a threat, or is he really an ally? My third reasoning is this is gonna cause an eternal conflict with Naruto, Kawaki, and Boruto. Because if you guys don't know, like I said in this video, Boruto had to die, right? Quote unquote. We don't know if Boruto is truly dead, but we're gonna assume he is. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna put Kawaki and Naruto in a very interesting place, saying is Naruto is Boruto's biological father, and Naruto just kind of adopted Kawaki in, and that's gonna cause some trust issues between Kawaki as well as Kawaki, Naruto, and Amaldo. So it's gonna be like some weird triangle, some father grandpa like family broken up shit, like real talk, because this is gonna be like, you know, this is my real son, so I gotta put him first, but at the end of the day I still care about you. But it's like, where did you get this power? Why didn't you tell me you got this power? You didn't listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Amaldo over here doing some weird shit. So like, Amaldo's telling you one thing, and then I'm telling you another thing. So Kawaki's just gonna be calling around, just moving astray. You know what I'm saying? So it just puts a lot of characters in a weird spot, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes into the fourth reasoning, what Amaldo manipulating, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be manipulating Kawaki from the shadows. That's like the major key here. Like, by him giving him that raw power, he's gonna be like telling him how to use it, quote unquote, and just like pushing him to the break of using that power, and probably assigning him some weird like missions or something, or doing weird experiments on side of it, you know, like I said, trying to implant himself. That's why I said something about it earlier, to kind of reference what I was getting at later on in the video. Now, the fifth reasoning, which is going to be the most important thing for Kawaki itself, is going to be an eternal conflict. It's going to be a battle for good and bad, because if you guys remember, Kawaki had the most tragic story in Boruto, probably the most tragic story in Naruto, to be exact. Like, I understand Sasuke got his whole family slaughtered, and you know, he's seen it in front of his eyes. It's pretty bad, you know, that's traumatizing. You know, he went through some unfortunate events, but what I mean tragic is like, Kawaki was basically this kid who lived with his dad, and his dad beat the shit out of him all the time. It was never a happy moment. Every time they showed Kawaki's interaction with his father, he was always getting beat, while his father was an alcoholic, and apparently at some point his father killed his mother. So like, this is gonna be his inner conflict, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to go back and forth between the past and the present to fight for his good and bad self, because if you guys see him having his little fragments of things where he was happy about, his dad would take that from him. It robbed him of that. So like, now he doesn't know what he's gonna do in the present time when things are gonna be taken from him as well. And then by him having this raw power, Kawaki's definitely gonna try to take the matters into his own hands and do what he needs to do himself, because he can force it, you know what I'm saying? He can strong arm it. So now, like, the decision's gonna either come to him being good or bad. And then, like I said, he might have an inner conflict with his inner self, because like I said, he's getting another karma. You know, this is another you on a different plane, and like, somebody can implant themselves into you. You know, this is like another process where you can take over a being. I don't know if Amaldo's intentions are to take over his body and make himself stronger, because he's a weaker human and he maybe doesn't know how to use ninjutsu himself, but I can see him modifying his body and basically giving himself scientific ninja tool parts. But we really don't know. I'll probably have to dissect it in another video. But if you guys enjoyed my 5 reasonings why Kawaki karma is bad, make sure you hit that like button. If you have different reasonings, put those in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like. And with that being said, until next time, see you guys later. Bye.